So fear and greed index is nuked. Bitcoin just bled like 20% in a few days. Altcoins nuked. If you haven't been using excessive leverage, if you haven't been selling like a lettuce-handed Larry, congratulations. You've survived the third or the fourth mid-cycle crypto shakeout. We are going higher from this. I have no doubts about that. Now, because of this turbo dump that has happened in crypto, where all the leverage and all the speculation has been nuked out of existence and crypto community sentiment is in the dumps, I thought it would be an appropriate time to update the risk levels of my favorite crypto assets. So give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me show you where I think crypto is headed. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, I'm Patrick. I've been an investor for over a decade, an options trader for 7 years, and in crypto for 7 years. I've grown my portfolio to over $250,000, and I run Apex Wealth Collective, a school community for investors where you can follow my portfolio journey, see all of my buys and sells as soon as I make them, and get access to deeper and more frequent market analysis. Also get access to all of my YouTube content early and get your questions included in any future Q&A videos, or simply join to support the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Link is in the description below. So it's November 16th, 2025. And as you guys know, I like giving you guys updates on Into the Cryptoverse risk charts. They are my primary signal that I use to know where each of my favorite crypto assets are sitting in terms of riskiness. Low risk value means we are in value territory. High risk value means we are expensive. Very simple. The closer we get to 1.0 value, the more we should be selling. And the closer we get to a 0.0 value, the more we should be buying. And while we're on the topic of when to buy and when to sell, an honorable mention goes to the crypto fear and greed index. Fear is the greatest indication of when to buy, and greed is the greatest indication of when to sell. Never fails. Community sentiment is your counter trend indicator. Anyways, back to the topic on hand. Today, we are going to take a look at the risk charts for total crypto market cap, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, HBAR, and SUI. These are all of my core crypto assets. So let's get into the charts. First up, total crypto market cap. Start with the macro and focus in on the micro. Always start with the macro. This gives us a sense of where the general market is. So to start, here's the price color coded by risk chart. First one here is from inception. So you can see all the peaks from all of the past cycles in crypto have been red, and all the absolute bear market bottoms have all been dark blue. Now, if we zoom in on the chart starting from the 2022-2023 bear market bottom, we can see this current entire market cycle. And if we pay close attention to all of the previous bull market dips, they all have bottomed in this baby blue / green color that we coincidentally have fallen down into right now. And if we switch into the current risk levels chart, here we have all of the major levels. Total crypto market cap is currently sitting at a 0.475 value, and a 1.0 value is now $18 trillion, an increase from the last update. So we still got a long way to go in total crypto market cap. Now we move on to Bitcoin. Here is the price color coded by risk chart. First since inception, so you can see all of the peaks and troughs of Bitcoin. And now zoomed in to just look at this current bull market cycle. Same thing has happened in past bull market corrections, where you get this baby blue / green risk level bottom, and then it rebounds to new highs. We've been in this zone for many days already, and I feel like we will be bottoming either right now or very, very shortly, like within the next few days. So if we move into the current risk levels chart, we can see Bitcoin's current risk value is sitting at 0.435. A long ways away from the 1.0 risk value, which still sits at 325K. No change from the last update in October. However, we are still going higher in Bitcoin. Next, Ethereum. Here is the price color coded by risk chart. First since inception, so you can see all the peaks and all the troughs of ETH from all the different cycles. And now zoomed in to just look at this current bull market cycle. Now with both Ethereum and Solana, you will see that their color-coded risk charts are skewed far more towards the red and orange than other charts. I mean, this could be because they have such high volatility. I'm really not sure, just taking a guess, but keep this in mind when finding places to buy and sell at. ETH currently sits in this dirty green color, which is pretty much smack dab in the middle of the risk levels. So if we move into the current risk levels chart, we can see ETH's current risk value is sitting at 0.561, the highest of all the assets we're going to look at today. But still a long ways away from the 1.0 risk value, which currently sits at $12,420, a fairly significant increase from the last update in October. We are going higher in Ethereum. You'll see a pattern here, guys. Next is Solana. Here's the price color coded by risk chart. First, again, since inception, so that you can see all the peaks and all of the troughs of Solana through all the different market cycles. Now zoomed in to just look at this current bull market cycle. Again, Solana, just like Ethereum, has a risk chart that is skewed towards orange and red. So keep this in mind when finding places to buy and sell at. Solana currently sits in the baby blue/green color, which is slightly oversold, just like the last correction in March, April, earlier this year. So if we move into the current risk levels chart, we can see Solana's current risk value is sitting at 0.495, a long ways away from the 1.0 risk value again, which sits at $977. So only a few dollar increase from the last update in October. However, again, just like Bitcoin, just like Ethereum, just like total crypto market cap, we are going higher in Solana. Now we are looking at HBAR, Hedera hash graph. Here's the price color coded by risk chart. First, again, since inception. So you can see all the peaks and all the troughs of HBAR, which isn't many because HBAR is a fairly new asset and has only really dealt with one market cycle. And now zoomed in to just look at this current bull market cycle. HBAR sits in the blue and green risk levels much more as an altcoin, since alt seasons are typically very short-lived and chaotic. So HBAR is skewed more to the blue and green levels, so orange and red levels will be harder to come by. So keep this in mind when finding places to buy and sell HBAR at. HBAR currently sits in the baby blue color, which is pretty oversold, just like the last correction in March and April earlier this year. So if we move into the current risk levels chart, we can see HBAR's current risk value is sitting at 0.308, a heck of a long ways away from that 1.0 risk value, which sits at $1.70. So only a few cents increase from the last update in October. However, again, we are still going higher in HBAR. And lastly, we have SUI. Here is the price color coded by risk chart. First, since inception, so you can see all the peaks and troughs of SUI. And what you'll notice is this is the first market cycle for SUI. So no peaks really yet. And now zoomed in to just look at this current bull market cycle, which is pretty much all SUI has to offer, is just this crypto market cycle. SUI is skewed more to the blue and green levels. So orange and red levels will probably be harder to come by this cycle. So keep this in mind when finding places to buy and sell SUI at. SUI currently sits in the dark purple, which is the most oversold of all the crypto assets we're looking at today, just like the last correction in March and April earlier this year. So if we move into the current risk levels chart, we can see SUI's current risk value is sitting at 0.094. It's at rock bottom, super long way away from the 1.0 risk value, which sits at $53.19, almost a half of a dollar increase from the last update in October. We are going way higher in SUI. If you look at any other crypto assets on these risk charts, any asset that's ever been in the purple or dark purple zone has rebounded and done exponential numbers since. Now, if you're looking at all these charts and seeing every single crypto cycle top ending in red, and you think we are going to end the cycle in the green and the blue and the purple, yikes, brother, give your head a shake. We are going higher. There is no doubt about it. Haven't hit red in any of these assets yet this cycle. And honestly, even if we don't hit red for some reason this cycle, at least orange or something. No way we start another bear market with everything going sideways or down already while being in oversold positions. None of the data backs up a bear market starting. And the forward-looking data from other indicators only shows up from here. Just know this if you're on the fence about staying in crypto or getting out and cutting your losses. Remember, keep the macro big picture front and center. It will help you get out of the chaotic day-to-day minutia that people love to focus on for whatever reason in this market, and understand where the market is and where it's going next. Up, up, up. Now, if you've stuck around this long, go ahead and catch another one of my videos right over here, or check out my channel over here, where you can take a look at all the other content I have to offer about investing and my personal investing journey. And that's all for me today. I'm Patrick with Apex Wealth Collective. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.